This airplane, much like all the other B-17s you see flying today, all of them went straight into storage. None of those have any combat history. They're all painted up like veteran B-17s. Now, this one's painted up like the Memphis Belle. The original Memphis Belle is in the Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio, being restored. It is famous for being the first aircraft to complete 25 missions. That's actually not true, but they had a very good PR department. The first airplane to complete 25 missions was Hell's Angels with the 303rd Bomb Group. They, as you might imagine, they got no glory for that. Memphis Belle crew got all the credit, mainly because when they wanted to go on a national bond drive with the B-17 to raise funds for the war effort. Well, it made a lot more sense to present Memphis Belle than it did to present Hell's Angels. So even then, you had politics going on, and yeah. So PR department thinking. But anyway, so the Hell's Angels crew is the one that actually completed 25 missions first by just a couple of days before the Memphis Belle crew. B-24 has nothing on the strength of this airplane. It wasn't just built; it was overbuilt. It's an incredibly strong airplane. It's probably the safest airplane you'll ever fly on. So it sets the bar pretty high. If we lost a motor in flight and had to shut one down, you guys wouldn't even realize that one was shut down unless you looked out and saw the prop stopped and feathered. It'll fly just fine on 3 with no problem. It'll actually slowly descend on one engine. We're not going to test any of those theories out today. But it's an incredibly safe and stable aircraft to fly in. So some of the conditions these guys would have had to have flown in, most people, you think about flying commercial today and you're at 30,000 feet and you're nice and comfy and climate controlled and all that. These guys at 30,000 feet, we were not meant to be at 30,000 feet in an unpressurized aircraft. This thing, as you can see, the windows are open, it's not sealed. You're at 30,000 feet in this aircraft, you're at negative 30 to negative 60 degree temperature. These guys would have been in there for 8 to 10 to 12 hours at a time. So that's pretty brutal conditions that they would have had to deal with just temperature-wise. Now, on top of that, they did not have oxygen, or they had oxygen they had to wear because you cannot breathe up there. If your oxygen froze up or you lost your oxygen, you'd pass out in a matter of seconds, really. You did not have long to get to a backup container. So the environmentals was just as much an enemy for these guys as the Germans were. So not to mention, obviously, the flak and the fighters that these guys had to deal with. So like I said, very, very, very brutal conditions, and these guys just, they just did their jobs. Tail gunner. That was the worst place to be. The second worst place to be was actually the pilots, because they would either come in from the back to try to get the airplane, or they would come in and try to take the pilots out. Because if they took the pilots out, then no one could fly the airplane. So that was the two goals. And these fighters would actually come in, roll, come in, and shoot, scoop out, come back in, roll, and come in. They just kept doing these rolls like this because it was easy for them to just keep cycling over top of them and shoot down on them. So